If there are drawbacks to labeling food as good or bad, how are we supposed to figure out what and when to eat? Next, we're going to talk about internal versus external cues to eating. All children are born to eat in response to cues. When an infant is starting to move and fuss, starting to chew on those fingers, those are hunger cues. By the time they get to crying, they are famished. They stop crying when they get food, and then they turn away when they're full. Into toddlerhood and childhood, the same thing happens. The child gets cranky when hungry and stops eating in the middle of a meal because the child loses interest or becomes full. We are born to be intuitive about eating, relying on our hunger and fullness cues, cravings, flavors, textures, colors, and smells. What happens? How do we lose those cues? Parents may start pressuring a child to eat more of this or less of that. Eat your broccoli and then you can have a cookie. One way or another, we start learning about nutrition and the good versus bad foods. Then we start learning nutrition. Sometimes we're just encouraged to eat a variety, and other times we might be taught how to count calories, keep track of portions or fat grams using food labels and dietary guidelines as a guide. These are external cues to eating. As adults, we are taught that we can't trust our internal cues to guide when and how much to eat, and instead need to be told how much to eat and when to eat using external cues. These external cues may help us learn nutrition, but can be very limiting. Let's say we decide one day that we want to eat 800 calories each day. We start reading our food labels and counting up our calories. What if one day you are more active or stressed? Maybe on that day you need more calories. Why stop at 1800 if on that day your body needs more? And what if on another day you get a bad head cold and you're on the couch all day? Who's to say that 1800 calories is the right amount on that day? It may be more than your body needs that day. So actually aiming for a certain calorie level doesn't make much sense. The idea of attending to internal cues is that our body knows exactly how much it needs each day. The key is listening